Welcome to Final BDS Made Easy. In this video, we are going to discuss the one-marker questions from the subject of Pediatric and Preventive Dentistry. Question number 1 is natal and neonatal teeth. Eruption of teeth at or immediately after birth is a relatively rare phenomenon. These have been defined by Masler and Savara. These teeth are known as natal teeth if present at birth, and neonatal teeth if they erupt during the first 30 days of life. Question number 2 is karyogram. A karyogram is a visual tool used to illustrate the multifactorial nature of dental caries. It assesses the risk of caries by evaluating various factors such as diet, bacteria, susceptibility, circumstances, and the actual chance of avoiding new cavities. This model helps in understanding and improving oral health by targeting specific risk factors. It was introduced by Bradshaw in 1994. Number 3 is twin block appliance. The twin block appliance is a functional orthodontic device used to correct class 2 division 1 malocclusions by encouraging forward growth of the lower jaw. It consists of upper and lower bite blocks that fit together at a 70-degree angle to posture the mandible forward, improving the bite and profile over time. Number 4 is Miller's chemoparasitic theory. Miller's chemicoparasitic theory was proposed by W. D. Miller in 1890. It explains the process of dental caries formation. According to this theory, caries result from the interaction between acids produced by bacterial fermentation of carbohydrates and the tooth structure, leading to demineralization and decay. Miller summarized his theory as follows. Dental decay is a chemoparasitic process consisting of two stages. First is decalcification or softening of the tissues and dissolution of this softened residue. Question number 5 is MTA. MTA or mineral trioxide aggregate. It is a biocompatible dental material used for various endodontic procedures such as pulp capping, root and filling, and repair of root perforations. It promotes healing and provides an excellent seal against bacterial infiltration. Number 6 is Dean's fluorosis index. Normal enamel shows smooth, glossy, pale, creamy, white, translucent surface. Questionable fluorosis shows a few white flecks or white spots. Very mild fluorosis indicates small, opaque, paper white areas covering less than 25% of the tooth surface. Mild fluorosis shows opaque white areas covering less than 15% of the tooth surface. Moderate fluorosis involves all tooth surfaces and there is marked wear on biting surfaces and brown stain may be present. And in severe fluorosis also all tooth surfaces are affected. There is discrete or confluent pitting and brown stain is present. Question number 7 is indications of sealants. Sealants are indicated for the prevention of dental caries in pits and fissures of primary and permanent teeth, especially in children and adolescents. They are particularly beneficial for individuals with a high risk of caries, newly erupted molars, and deep occlusal anatomy. Question number 8 is define space maintainer. According to Boucher, it is a fixed or removable appliance designed to preserve the space created by the premature loss of a primary tooth or a group of teeth. Number 9 is disclosing agents. Disclosing agents are dyes used in dentistry to reveal plaque on the teeth. They help in patient education and motivation by making plaque visible, thus aiding in better oral hygiene practices and assessment of oral hygiene effectiveness. Examples include erythrocene, fluorescein, and two-tone disclosing solutions. Question number 10 is ectopic eruption. Ectopic eruption refers to the abnormal positioning or path of a tooth as it emerges into the oral cavity. This condition can lead to misalignment, impaction, or crowding of teeth and is commonly seen in permanent molars and canines. Question number 11 is pink tooth. A pink tooth is a clinical sign indicating internal resorption, where the pulp tissue inside the tooth undergoes pathological changes, leading to a pinkish discoloration visible through the enamel. It often results from trauma or chronic inflammation. Question number 12 is anodontia. It is a congenital dental anomaly characterized by the complete absence of teeth. It can affect both primary and permanent teeth and may occur as isolated cases or as a part of a genetic syndrome. Number 13 is the acid etch technique. The acid etch technique is a dental procedure used to enhance the retention of restorative materials such as composite resin on tooth surfaces. It involves applying a weak acid, typically phosphoric acid, to create micropores and increase the surface area for bonding. This technique improves the longevity and durability of dental restorations. The acid etch technique was pioneered by Michael Bonocore in 1955. He discovered that etching the enamel with phosphoric acid significantly improved the adhesion of resin materials to the tooth surface, revolutionizing restorative dentistry. Number 14 is mouth guard. According to Dorland's Medical Dictionary in 2000, it is defined as a removable soft plastic intraoral appliance that covers all occlusal surfaces and the palate and extends to the vestibular surfaces of the teeth, used to protect the lips, cheeks, and teeth during contact sports. Question number 15 is define plaque. It is a specific but highly variable structural entity resulting from sequential colonization of microorganisms on tooth surfaces, restorations, and other parts of oral cavity composed of salivary components like mucin, desquamated epithelial cells, debris, and microorganisms, all embedded in extracellular gelatinous matrix. It was given by WHO in 1961. Question number 16 is RVG. RVG or radiovisiography is a digital imaging technique used in dentistry for capturing intraoral radiographs. It uses a digital sensor instead of traditional photographic film to produce high resolution images of teeth and surrounding structures. RVG offers several advantages over conventional radiography, including reduced radiation exposure, immediate image availability, and enhanced diagnostic capabilities. Question number 17 is tooth vitality. Tooth vitality refers to the state of a tooth being alive and capable of responding to stimuli. Vitality is assessed through clinical tests such as pulp sensitivity tests, that is thermal or electric pulp testing, or by observing pulpal bleeding upon tooth injury. Maintaining tooth vitality is crucial for preserving natural tooth function and structure. Question number 18 is Down syndrome. Down syndrome is a genetic disorder characterized by the presence of an extra copy of chromosome 21. It is characterized by intellectual disability, distinctive facial features, and developmental delays. Dental manifestations often include delayed eruption of teeth, missing or malformed teeth, and increased susceptibility to periodontal disease. Question number 19 is local anesthesia. Local anesthesia is defined as a transient reversible loss of sensation in a circumscribed area of the body caused by depression of excitation in nerve endings or an inhibition of the conduction process in peripheral nerves without inducing loss of consciousness. Question number 20 is calcium hydroxide. It is a versatile dental material used primarily for its therapeutic properties in endodontics and restorative dentistry. It promotes pulp vitality and dentine formation by its alkaline pH. stimulates the formation of reparative dentine, and acts as a liner or base under restorative materials. Additionally, it has antimicrobial properties, making it useful in root canal treatments to disinfect and seal the root canal system. Question number 21 is dentigerous cyst. A dentigerous cyst is a type of an odontogenic cyst that forms around the crown of an unerupted or developing tooth. It is the second most common type of odontogenic cyst and typically arises from the accumulation of fluid between the reduced enamel epithelium and the crown of an impacted tooth. Dentigerous cysts are usually asymptomatic but can cause swelling and displacement of adjacent teeth if left untreated. That's it. Thank you for watching. If you appreciate this video, do hit the like button, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more such videos.